Hey everyone, and welcome to Boston Autoblog. Over the last 20 years or so, we have watched the German manufacturers really take on and compete in every single segment in the automotive industry, from sports sedans to full-size crossovers. But it really all began with the sports sedan, and for people like myself who are car enthusiasts, we are really truly drawn in by these cars. Now, what is it about the German manufacturers and German sports sedans that we love so much here in the United States? Well, I think it really comes down to the combination of luxury, performance, but also really beautiful styling. And as you can tell, with the 2020 Audi S4, there is a new design, new front grille, new headlights, and well, that's just the beginning of the changes that we're going to see in this video. Now, one of the greatest fears right now in the automotive industry, particularly for car enthusiasts, is that sedans like this will be gone. They'll be obsolete, because why would you buy an Audi S4 when you can have an Audi SQ5? However, the Germans are not going to go down that route right now. In fact, sedans are who they are. It's in their DNA. It's what they've always been. They also know that people like myself, and there's plenty of us that love cars, are going to still buy an S4. It's going to still buy sports sedans. So in this video, we're going to go over what has changed for the B9.5 generation, and also see if it's the perfect German sports car for you. Now, before I get in this review, I'd like to thank Ira Audi of Peabody in Peabody, Massachusetts, for allowing me to do this review. The link will be in the description below, so you can check out their extensive Audi inventory. And so, without wasting any further time, let's get right in this review. For over 2 decades, German manufacturers have set the bar high for luxury sports sedans by finding the perfect balance of performance, driving dynamics, interior quality, and design. In that time, we've watched Audi, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz continue to improve their cars, and for Audi, they found a formula that draws in enthusiasts of all ages. Audi's long and proud history with the A4 and S4 models has shown through time their seamless transition from one generation to the next, with mid-cycle refreshes often significantly improving a generation, just by making minor adjustments that certainly go a long way. For 2020, the S4 receives a remarkable facelift for the exterior, but most of the changes made for the B9.5 will be found inside, which we'll check out later in this review. It all starts up front, where the road presence and first impressions for this car have become far more enhanced and aggressive, catching your eye immediately when the S4 is coming at you on the road. Starting with the new headlight design, the S4 gets a unique style that sets it apart from the S3 and S6, but not equipped on the model we have today is the Matrix Design LED headlights, which come standard on the Prestige trim, and have been introduced to many Audi vehicles over the past year or so. As part of the facelift, the S4 receives additional chrome accents, which not only provides a great contrast, but also amplifies the lower portion of the front fascia. Enthusiasts will be excited to see the all-new honeycomb grille for the B9.5, as Audi is now incorporating design features that are often found on RS models. If you decide to offer the black optic package, all the chrome accents will be deleted, giving the S4 a low-profile, yet sporty look. Moving to the side profile, the aesthetic improvements continue, including the wheel options to choose from. This S4 is sitting on the optional 19-inch 5-arm Torsion design wheels, and is also equipped with the S Sport package, which will add red brake calipers, sport adaptive damping suspension, and a sports rear differential. For the Premium Plus, you'll receive power-adjustable, chrome-heated exterior side mirrors, with the memory function, which not only adds a sleek design, but also provides convenience and luxury features. Coming around back, a new taillight design and additional chrome accents distinguish the 2020 model year from previous B9 S4s, while also setting it apart from the S6 if you were to look at both of them from the rear. Just like last year, you will get quad exhaust tips, but there's a refreshed rear diffuser that adds more character to the overall appearance of the rear fascia. Full LED taillights come standard, and with the progressive turn signals not being legal in the US, Audi found a way to incorporate them while still complying with US laws, which gives the S4 a more upscale road presence. For performance, the S4 is powered by a 3-liter turbocharged V6 engine that puts out 349 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, and is paired with a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 times will come in around 4.4 seconds, which is identical to the Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG, and falls right in line with most of its competition. Quattro all-wheel drive comes standard, making the S4 a year-round daily driver, and adding some versatility for consumers who live in colder regions of the United States. For fuel economy, you can expect to receive 20 miles per gallon in the city, and 27 miles per gallon on the highway. Inside, you're greeted by 12-way power-adjustable heated Nappa leather S Sport seats for both the driver and passenger. The driver's side will come with a 2-way memory function for added convenience. Since this S4 is not equipped with the cold weather package, a flat-bottom leather-wrapped steering wheel will come standard. For the Premium Plus, you will get Audi's virtual cockpit, but will have to option for the navigation package to receive the map display. Without question, Audi offers the most refined digital instrument panel among its competitors, with resolution that you expect in more expensive luxury cars. Moving over to the infotainment system, we can't overlook the rotary dial being replaced, and for 2020, the S4 will have a 10.1-inch touchscreen with Audi's latest MMI user interface. Responsiveness and resolution are good, and very easy to adapt to if you're upgrading from an earlier model year. You will get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and for this S4, we have the upgraded 19-speaker Bang & Olufsen 3D sound system. You'll get a rear backup camera with trajectory, along with front and rear parking sensors. Below, you'll find the buttons and knobs for your dual-zone climate control and 3-level heated seats, along with a drive mode selector, a USB input, and a 12-volt outlet. We do have the optional carbon Atlas inlays, which really makes the interior sleek with a clean design. For the center storage compartment, you'll find a wireless phone charging pad, which comes standard on the Premium Plus, along with an additional USB input. And rounding out the front seating area, you will get a power moonroof. Now for passengers in the back, you're going to get enough room where you're comfortable. I didn't adjust the seat all the way back because I think that would be too aggressive. I don't think it's very often you're going to have somebody around 6'5" or 6'6" being in front of you when you are in the back of an S4. But I do think, though, that if you are buying an S4, worrying about people in the back seat is not going to be a priority. If it was, you'd go with an SQ5 or a Q5. But I have enough room. I'm at 5'5", so I'm not the tallest adult, but I'm still comfortable. I think someone around 5'7" or 5'8" would be comfortable as well. But let's continue on with the back. I do think, though, that with the S4, you're just going to want to have 2 people back here. I think to try fitting a 5th person, or a 3rd person, I should say, it would be quite the squeeze, because I think that if people on both sides of me, they got to lean more towards the doors, and hopefully they're not too tall or broad-shouldered, because I'd be squished. So I think this would be more of a 2-person car in the back than 3. And then on the driver's side, I adjusted the seat to someone of my height, and I have plenty of room here. So this totally works. I think if you have average height adults that are up front, you're going to be comfortable no matter what height you are. Obviously, around 6 feet and above, that's where you might have to worry a bit, especially with the rear headroom. But again, most likely, if you're buying this car, you're more focused on the driver and the passenger, and I think rear seats isn't really a top priority unless you do have kids, which again, you'd go with a crossover. Then also back here, you do have tri-zone climate control, so there is a 3rd zone back here. If we did have the cold weather package in this S4, there would be heated seats as well. We also have 2 USB inputs and a 12-volt outlet. And rounding out the back seats, we do have an armrest with 2 cup holders. Now for rear cargo space, you're going to find just around 13 cubic feet of rear cargo, which actually is a slight improvement over the B8.5 generation. Now you do have some extra places to put some stuff, so you have some netting areas. So if you have maybe detailing equipment or smaller items you're afraid are going to get thrown around while you're driving, you just place them in there. But this is enough room for most people, for just groceries and normal shopping. Obviously, if you're looking for extra practicality, you should go with the SQ5. But for someone like myself, or if you don't really have a family or you don't need that extra practicality, I think 13 cubic feet will work just fine. Now to end this video, there's 3 key reasons why I think the Audi S4 is a perfect car if you're looking to buy a sports sedan. 1, pricing. Now the Audi S4 undercuts the BMW M340i and the C43 by around $5,000. So for $49,000, you get a car that has a 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds, which is literally identical to the C43 AMG. Then, number 2 is value for the pricing. Now, this car is priced at $59,000, and you get some extra goodies. You have the carbon fiber inlay. You have a lot of extra stuff that you really would like to have on the car. But I do think, though, that there is room where you could sacrifice a bit. And when it comes to the exterior of the car, I would definitely go with the black optic package and opt out for some other things that you could get. Because with the black optic, you get those really nice 19-inch wheels, and you also have a much more aggressive exterior. I'd buy this car in turbo blue with the black optic package. That would be the deal maker right there for me. But what I like the most, though, is that, and this leads me right into the last one, is interior comfort and just driving atmosphere. This car is really nice. It's a driver's car is what it is. It's a car that if you don't want to buy an A4 and you want to have some extra horsepower, you go with the S4. It's a car you really can't get yourself into a lot of trouble with, and you can have a lot of fun on your daily commute. And for around $59,000, and instead of knocking on the door of $70,000 with a BMW M340i or a C43 AMG, you have a solid car that is very welcoming to any person who loves driving, and also has a nice, cleanly laid out interior, which I think really speaks to a lot of people who just want to have a simplistic interior and not really focus on, a lot of technology features that really, to me, are unnecessary if you really are just focused on the driving experience. But one thing I do want to point out before I end this video is the new infotainment system. Obviously, there's no longer rotary dial, so that changes up everything. However, a lot of people were concerned that the infotainment system would be kind of impairing your vision to a certain degree, that would get in your line of sight. I will say it's not doing that for me. In fact, I'm used to this though, so maybe, if you are jumping in from a car that has a similar infotainment system layout where it's more towards eye level, you're not going to notice any difference really. Maybe if you're jumping from a B8.5 or even just a B9 to a B9.5, you will notice a slight difference, but it just becomes second nature at this point. If you're driving, you're not really focused on the infotainment system at all. What I will say, though, is the infotainment system is very responsive, very nicely laid out. It's the new MMI, so I love the new MMI user interface. You see this in a lot of new Audis, and I really like it. So from that standpoint, I think Audi is onto something here with the simplistic interior design, but also I like the pricing as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.